Read that again.
This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desire for good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
You see, this is the New Testament.
I appreciate it.
All right. So what you think about that? You believe in one wife? Okay.
That was just a thought. I just be having questions because I be reading.
We love questions.
And I just be wanting to know, like, you know how you have thoughts about certain things, and you might read it, like you said, it take more than one person to get an understanding of what you're reading. I grew up in the church, but it's just like, it's vague because then I had, back and forth with my mother and my father. My father, Hebrew Israelite. My mother, she just free religion, like she's Christian, but she wasn't real spiritual.
Okay, so give me that in 1 Corinthians 7.
When I would be with my mom, it would be different when I be with my father.
Still
never ate pork, still didn't eat pork, but it was just like,
14.
I just wanted to get it.
Let me show you this.
2 Corinthians?
Yes. There might be I think it's 2 Corinthians 7 is it verse 12, verse 11.
What you quoted?
Or if they have if they talk about the children being unclean. 1 Corinthians 7. I know it's verse 10, 11, somewhere in there. So I understand your question now, right? I understand why you asking these questions, because you grew up like that since you was little?
Yeah, well, since I was like 11.
Okay, so I don't understand why you're having these questions, right? Because your dad was an Israelite, right? He was under God's commandments, but his wife was an unbeliever.
No, my mom and my dad were separated.
They were separated.
So I would be with my dad.
Right.
Our household was Israelite, pork.
But they were never together in marriage?
They were married. They were married until I was like 8, like 7 or 8. But he wasn't involved in Israel until I was like 11 or 12. I think 12. When I turned 12, I was like, it was like my last Christmas. He was like, hey, this is what we believe in now. This is what it's gonna be under my. I'm not doing Christmas no more.
So in your mind, it's like a lot of confusion.
Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth for me. So,
I get it.
I mean, I really wholeheartedly believe in Israel.
I can tell.
It's just sometimes, but like we said, growing accustomed to America's ways and not really fully understanding growing up these ways,
right?
It's a little bit of teeter-totter. You know what I mean?
I'm going to read you the scripture to explain the situation. Watch this.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 14.
Bring it out!
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
So, if the unbelieving husband, right, God said they will be sanctified by the wife. Meaning the one believed and one didn't. But because they stayed together, one will eventually begin to believe. Read.
And the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
So if the wife didn't believe, she'll be sanctified or brought into the faith by the husband. Read.
Else were your children unclean.
My people about to leave.
Okay, I got you.
I gotta get
Else what? Else
were your children unclean.
Right now your mind is unclean. Meaning, unclean just meaning confused. Right? Because you grew up with a believer and an unbeliever. So it's hard to understand because you love your mom, you love your dad. And you're torn between the two doctrines they believe. Right? I get it. But don't honor them, honor God. That's the key. Find out what the truth is and honor what God said, and don't worry about what they have to say between each other. Right?
All right, brother. All right, my brother. All right, man.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation